Hi gamers! So, today I'm going to be showing you some cheats and tips, especially on how to play some of the Animal Jam games. So, our first game will be Pest Control, one of my favorites. I own most of the games, so I will not have to go to the arcade. So, let's start with Pest Control. You'll find the game icon and click on it if you don't know this. Play. Don't need to do rules if you already know. Blah blah blah. So you hit play. Wait for it to load, of course. Now it should be loaded. I will show you the medium way. So you first start with placing these green Venus flytraps. You can hit the speed up button to speed things up. If you want, hit this button and it will speed things up. Hit it again, it slows things down. Make sure you have 5 of those. Then you will get on to flies. They're a little harder to defeat. Then you'll move on to making frogs. You can see these can only grab as much as its width, and it can only grab and do damage to the things that are in this red circle. The frogs whatsoever have bigger range. So do the snakes. Whatsoever these tadpoles or whatever you call them and Venus flytraps don't have so much. Now, once you already have 5, I would start placing the frogs. About 5 of them too, I would think. Now, you want to start placing these purple things. Because the things that the purple things eat up the most are harder to defeat. Now, all of them do damage to each one, but the Venus flytraps do the most damage to these 2. The frogs do most damage to these 2. The purple thingies do most damage to these 2, and snakes do most damage to these 2. Now, in the medium level, you get up to scorpions and tarantulas. No moles though yet. You don't get that until the very end of the hard mode, I believe. I'm just going to speed things up a little. Always keep the ones with lower range next to the path. Put the ones with bigger range, I would suggest in the middle. Make sure you have at least 10 of these, I would hope. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, once you've done 5 Venus flytraps, 5 frogs, and at least 10 of these purple thingies, start placing down snakes. Just a couple right now. Also, if you get enough tokens, you can level some of them up. Like, example, I could level up this Venus flytrap to level 2. It's level 1 right now, and I could level it up. And now it looks like this. See, and it does more damage. That's what leveling up does. Definitely helps. Now, when you get to the snakes, it's a lot harder. Scorpions are harder to defeat, a lot harder. Which is why, for snakes, put them in the middle and the end. Make sure you have a little of each. Make sure that you level up some of your animals every now and again. It just helps. And it helps you work too. See, each one looks different when they level up. Now we're on tarantulas, the snakes. Oops, I mean, the scorpions were the snakes. These tarantulas are these purple things again. Might want to speed it up. But that is just me. You never have to speed things up if you never want to. But if you're in a rush, it does help to do it. And if you're already past the level and you just are doing it again for the money, it helps. Sometimes you might want to sell one of your defenders if you don't need it. Let's say I didn't want this anymore. Remember, you only have 5 health. Every animal that gets, or every pest I should say, that gets in, takes away 1 piece of your health. Right now, I have 3. Now, back to selling the animals. Let's say I didn't want these 2. You click on it, and then you hit sell. Or you could upgrade, like I already showed you. When you upgrade it, then you don't need as many animals of that kind of animal, because you've upgraded it so it works better. See what I mean? Now I've completed this. If you do not win and your health goes to 0, start all over and you might win. I mean, practice makes you better. So, right, well, there are in medium 51 waves. So I'm going to hit no. And right now there is a 2 times gem bonus for every game. So I have 602 total gems. Okay. And just a tip, on one of the games, Wind Rider, you always want do single. If it's multiplayer, it's hard. There are more phantoms and it's harder. Arrow keys to move, and you float down. I suggest that you use an Arctic wolf for this, because even though they are one of the largest animals, since they are one of the largest, that would be too hard, so they make it look really small compared to others, so it's easy to avoid phantoms. That's just a suggestion. Try not to bump into phantoms. Now, this is part 1 of the video. I'm making part 2 now. So anyway, get gems, and in this, each gem is worth 1. Actually, in the new quest, Phantom Tower, you actually play this game in part of it. They don't call it Wind Rider, and it looks slightly different, but it's the parachutes, phantoms, all of that. But instead, each gem, I believe, is worth 2 or 4 gems. And that is this video. And thanks for watching. I'm Spotted Tail 1000. If you would like to be my buddy. no uppercase, no spaces. Thank you!